Hello, YouTubers, friends, compatriots. Bootlicker shills, deathly serves peasants, dicks, lugers. Today I would like to talk about Dick Lugar, who is now the ex-senator, ex-Republican senator from Indiana. And he was defeated. This is a great day for America, great day for Indiana. And I'm glad they're setting an example for the rest of the country. So all you other states, look at what Indiana did. Got rid of a Washington insider, backroom wheeler and dealer, career politician, completely out of touch, and a big government goon, just like somebody else in Congress. Interesting fellow. I did some research on him, and this is just exactly the kind of congressman that we're not going to miss. He supported all of Obama's Supreme Court appointments. He supported Obama's czar appointments. He supported Barack Obama's appointment of Eric Holder. He was all for TARP and all the TARP additions. He was for the bailouts of GM, Chrysler, Fannie, and Freddie. He was for the 2008 stimulus. He was for the government health care. And he's voted 15 times to raise the debt ceiling. And it goes on from there. He has quite a pedigree for being one of Congress's most well-thought-of congressmen. He was involved in the setup of the Climate Change Exchange, which was called the CCE, and it offered greenhouse gases trading system, and it was funded with the help of then Senator Barack Obama. And of course, the whole idea was to cash in on the government and Congress passing cap and trade later. So just like all the other liberals, they got set up in the whole green energy industry, so that when Barack Obama became president, he would set up cap and trade, and all his buddies would cash in on it, just like Al Gore. So pretty seedy little connection there. And he also co-sponsored with Obama the American Fuels Act of 2006, which handed out hundreds of millions of tax dollars to green energy companies. We know how that panned out with Solyndra and all the rest of these failing companies, where they're flooded with tax dollars. The people that set it up run away with bags of money, and we're left with a failing company that we're going to either bail out or just lose a bunch of taxpayer money. So Dick Lugar is right in the middle of this whole green energy scam that the liberals have been involved in. And not only that, he helped set up the Department of Energy back in 1977. So he's been on this energy scam since day one. And the Department of Energy is certainly part of that scam. Another bloated, inefficient bureaucracy that was set up in 1977 to help us address energy oil dependence for overseas oil. And at the time, we only imported about 30% of our oil from overseas, and of course now we import 70% of our oil from overseas. So great job for the Department of Energy. Great job, Dick Lugar. And he's also one of the leading abusers of earmarks. And interestingly enough, he's also a Rhodes Scholar like Bill Clinton. So he may have more in his background. I also think it's interesting that he hasn't lived in Indiana since 1977. So as soon as he became a congressman, he's never even lived in Indiana. So anyway, we need to get rid of a lot more of these kind of guys. These lifelong congressmen. A good one to start with would be Daniel Inouye, a Democrat from Hawaii. He's actually been in Congress for 48 years. He got in there in 1963. I'm sure there's a lot of you out there that weren't born by then, and probably weren't born for a couple of decades after that. Patrick Leahy, a Democrat of Vermont, he's been in there for 37 years, since 1975. That's the year I graduated from high school. And some of these guys, like Ernest Hollings, Ted Kennedy, Strom Thurmond, they're the longest-serving members of Senate, and they all just died. So that's one way of getting out of office. And I guess Ted Stevens, he's another good example. He was in there for 40 years, and he went down in flames and loaded with scandal. So the longer they stay in there, the longer the opportunity to reveal all their scandals. And another interesting fact, when I was looking up all the congressmen that have been in there for lifetimes, which includes Joe Biden, by the way. He's been in Congress since 1973 before becoming vice president. But A Democrat from Louisiana, Russell Long, served in Congress for 38 years between 1948 and 1987, and his father and mother also served in Senate. So we have these dynasties, these aristocracies in Congress like we do in Hollywood and everywhere else. And so that's how it works. So I know Orrin Hatch is shaking in his boots right now. He's been in there for 35 years, and I know the Tea Party's got him in his sights. So anyway, Dick Lugar, and good riddance. Don't let the door hit you in the ass. And when you leave Congress, just leave those big piles of money by the door, and please don't take any interns with you. Just kind of sad that we're going to be paying you a fat pension for the rest of your life, but luckily you're kind of an old guy, so you probably won't be around that long. And that'll save the taxpayers a lot of money. And, enjoy your new lobbying job or spending more time with your family. It seems to be the two options that people who leave Congress have. And other than that, I don't really have anything good to say about Dick Lugar, other than got an awesome name. I mean, Dick Lugar, really. Sounds like a gay porn star. And frankly, if you were a gay porn star, you'd be right at home in Congress, and frankly, you probably would have been reelected. And who's to say you're not a gay porn star? Because, a lot of you congressmen are into some pretty weird shit. So anyway, see you later, Dick Lugar. One career politician down, many more to go. Next.